We're not trying to find something to sell you. We're trying to understand what your system is actually doing. Hey y'all, this is Steven with Yarbrough Sons. I'm the service manager here. You know, in the years I've been doing this, I've walked through a lot of Oklahoma homes and I keep seeing the same problems over and over again. And most of them were completely avoidable. Most homeowners had no idea something was wrong until their air conditioner quit on the hottest day of the year. So today, I want to have a real conversation with you about your HVAC system. What we actually see when we show up, what your system might be trying to tell you right now, and how to know when it's time to do something about it. So I want to walk you through some of the things I hear almost every single week, and then tell you what's actually going on. I think it just needs a recharge. Here's the thing, refrigerant doesn't just disappear. If your system's low on refrigerant, you have a leak. Topping it off without finding the leak is like filling up a tire with a nail still in it. You're just gonna be right back where you started. It's cooling, just not as good as it used to. That's your system telling you something. Gradual performance loss is a symptom. It's not just how old systems act. By the time most people call us, that problem's been building for an entire season. It's only 10 years old. It should be fine. Maybe. But in Oklahoma, 10 years of 100-degree summers ages a system differently than somewhere milder. We see capacitors failing at 7 years, compressors struggling at 12. Age is one number. Condition, that's another. Well, I had someone look at it last year. Yeah, who looked at it matters. A tune-up checklist from a big box company and a real diagnostic are two very different things. So let me give you the signs. The things your system is doing right now that most people just ignore. First, your electric bill is creeping up. Not because of a rate increase, not because you're running it more. Same habits, higher bill. That's your system losing efficiency. Second, it runs longer to hit the same temperature. If your system used to cycle off and now it just runs, something is wrong upstream. Third, rooms that used to be comfortable aren't anymore. People close the vents, buy a fan, but uneven cooling is one of the most ignored signs that we see. The real cause is usually duct issues, a failing blower, or a system that's undersized for how your home has changed. Fourth, it trips the breaker. Once is a fluke, twice is a pattern. Your compressor is drawing too much amperage, and that's a repair or replace conversation. Fifth, you hear something new. Banging, grinding, squealing. Your system is not supposed to be loud. These sounds have causes, and the causes get more expensive the longer you wait. So, when one of our guys shows up at your house, here's what they're actually doing. Not a 10-point marketing checklist, they're doing a real diagnostic. We're measuring supply and return air temperatures, static pressure in your duct system, refrigerant pressures on both sides. We're checking the amp draw on your compressor and your blower motor, your capacitor health, your contactor condition, your coil cleanliness, inside and out. We're not trying to find something to sell you. We're trying to understand what your system is actually doing. Sometimes everything checks out fine. Sometimes we find something that you need to know about. And here's where we're different from a lot of companies. If we find something, we'll give you both numbers, what it costs to repair it and what it would cost to put that money towards something new. And then we let you decide. Here's how I actually think about repair versus replace. My general rule of thumb, if the repair costs more than half of what a new system would cost, and the unit's over 10 years old, the math usually doesn't favor the repair. But it's not just math, it's context. If your system is 8 years old and the capacitor goes out, we replace the capacitor and you move on. That's not a crisis, that's maintenance. But if your compressor fails on a 14-year-old R22 system, that's a different conversation because R22 refrigerant equipment isn't made anymore. And you'd be putting serious money into a system that's already at the end of its life. Sometimes, the honest answer is that your system's fine. It just needs a cleaning and a capacitor, and we'd rather sell you that than sell you something that you don't need. Because if we're straight with you, you're gonna call us again. Now, if I said anything in this video that sounded familiar, your bill is up, your system's struggling, or you haven't had it looked at in a while, that's what we're here for. We can come out and do a real tune-up, give you an honest picture of where your system stands. Or if you already know it's getting up there in age and you want a free estimate on a replacement, no pressure, we'll walk you through your options. So y'all, my name's Steven. I'm the service manager here at Yarbrough Sons. We've been serving the Oklahoma City metro area since 1988. If you need a repair or replacement quote, just scan the QR code up here. We'll be straight with you. Love y'all. God bless.
Yarbrough